Hello and welcome back. Today we are going to dig into and take a look at the mini ratchets made by Vega Tools. I'm kind of interested in these. I don't really have any mini 1/4 inch drive ratchets per se, and these kind of piqued my interest with the versatility they kind of bring to what they have and what they made. So dig into these things and see how they look. If you're keeping track, these are made in Taiwan. Okay, so these are first impressions. These are not very bad at all. Let's see here. One thing I like that when I looked at this originally, I thought I saw it, and that's something that I don't like: swivel head ratchets that do not lock. For me personally, I would rather, don't get me wrong, I like a good swivel head ratchet, but it's very seldom that I want one that doesn't lock. There is that occasion where you kind of need to be able to move the head back and forth as you're tightening and loosening a fastener, but it's not overly common, so I prefer to have them that they lock. And I saw on the photos of these that they lock. So that was one of the things that I thought getting a longer mini handle was going to be super handy, to have something that's mini and locking. You get to that weird angle, you don't have to worry about it moving all around on you. It's all there. So it comes with this longer ratchet, comes with this extension. We'll take a look at that then. Comes with a minier ratchet, and we'll check the back drag on all this stuff, and kind of your typical 1/4 inch and ratcheting wrench. Also comes with this fancy foam. I think mine are going to live in a canvas bag, so I don't know how advantageous that is for my use, but if you're into the foam, throw in your tool drawer or something to keep things organized, it comes with it. So digging into these, I kind of wish they would have had a locking collet on this, but it's not bad. And it's set up that you can have it on here. Let's just see here. Okay, so that's only going to go that far. And that doesn't really lock. Oh, it does, sort of. So they have a clip in here, and it locks on that. I was just trying to figure out why they had a circular dot on that. I see. So the circular dot indicates where this will pass through. So if you don't have it indicated with the circular, or with that white dot, you see there's a piece worn away here with markings. If you line that up with this, it'll slide all the way down to this location. That's an interesting idea. And if you don't, it'll only go in that far. So that gives you a little bit of versatility. Now you could be in the middle here if you wanted. It just doesn't quite hold as well. The other ratchet has the same basic setup. It won't pass through. You can actually see there where it has the worn out spot. And then if you do that, you have yourself more of a turn it, do whatever you want. And that does hold relatively well. This does not appear to have a spot on it where it will pass through. So this one will not do the pass-through thing, but you can use it with this as well. So kind of interesting idea to give that a little bit of versatility. And you have just a magnet down inside of there, nothing overly, it doesn't lock or anything like that, it's just a magnet. And we could check the Gauss on that, why not? So one of the things we like to play with here when we have magnets is how many Gauss are the magnets, how strong are they? And we'll stick it down inside here and just kind of feel around for the strongest spot. Probably about 1250. We have more, 1540. I think that 1540 was the highest we had. So that's not horrible. Let's compare that to something else that has a head like that. This is just kind of your cheap everywhere Chinesium magnetic tip holder. And this we're struggling to get into the 800s. We got 800 there. 900, 1000. Okay, so we got 1000 out of that. But we didn't get 1500. So this is probably about 2/3 the strength grabbing as what's in that. So if you have an idea on how well these cheaper Chinesium ones hold, that's a good representation. You can see it doesn't require a ton of force from me to pull that out. Same here. They both pull apart relatively easy, but this does feel like it has some more stiction, if that makes any sense. Okay, so another thing that I think might be fun is to see how many inch ounces it takes to turn these ratchets. Now, full disclaimer, these tools are not broken in. They are fresh out of the packaging. So our readings on inch ounces here are probably going to go down as you use the tools, but this will be a representation of loosely how much resistance they have out of the box. And you can see we're right around 3 inch ounces there. On this one, I'll change directions, see if the back drag's similar. Try to get that in focus. So we get right to that 3, and the mechanism wants to work. Same thing on the next one. Try and get that one in focus. So that one's wanting to go around 2. Change direction on it. That's kind of going back up to the 3 there. So between 2 and 3 for those two. And let's see what we got for this one. If I hold that so you don't have as much parallax. It's very near 2. So it's like 2.5 to 3. So the ratcheting mechanism back drag is very similar on all of these, which is good to see some consistency with tools like this and their ratcheting mechanisms. If you're looking into these, it might be helpful to know about how long they are. So from the center of the 1/4 inch hex to the back of the handle, for the long one is 5.5 inches. It's about 4 inches for the fixed head, and the overall, we'll call that 3. The extension, full length, is 4 inches, but realistically, you got about 3.5 in there until you get to where the bit's gonna sit. Another fun thing to take a look at is how much would you add to your tool carry if you put these in your tool carry, and that extra weight is going to be about 6.5 ounces. Not a crazy amount of weight, but as you know, it all adds up. So if you wanted to throw all these in a canvas bag, you're adding about 6.5 ounces of weight to your tool carry. Those of you guys working in a shop where they'll be in a drawer, this doesn't really matter. Now, one of the things that appealed to me for this whole getup is it added some versatility if you have anything that's 1/4 inch hex drive. And one of those things is the Klein Connects. And something that you can do with this ratchet, while it's not locking, it does hold relatively well, and you can put your flip sockets on this and have something that is a little bit more versatile. Now you could obviously also go ahead and put full length ones if you need something longer, but just having a smaller ratchet, if you're carrying the Klein flip sockets or the matte Malcos, just something to throw on there is kind of handy to enhance those tools. This obviously goes for anything that is 1/4 inch. If you were running something Torx, you could grab something Torx, throw it in there, and you obviously turn this into a hand driving ratchet at that point. So the sky's the limit. You know what you have that's 1/4 inch hex, whether it be some sort of nut driver that's magnetized with a tube or whatever. It's just something that if you have 1/4 inch, say you moved over that you're carrying a lot of these and you're trying to get rid of your socket set, this might be an option for you to have that versatility of an actual hand ratchet, because honestly the Klein sets don't have the best ratcheting options for 1/4 inch just yet. I see there's some newer stuff, but they're not the greatest. This ratchet in particular is actually pretty nice in my opinion, with the swivel head that obviously goes a full 180 one way or the other, and that it locks. That's actually pretty nice. Direction changing, all that fun stuff. So I kind of like that, and I think it complements the other 1/4 inch stuff relatively well. I was leery when I ordered these how well they would hold, because I know they're just using a clip, but they take a fair amount of force to come out. I would like to see something locking, but I realize that would probably add size to this, and the compactness, it would be a compromise. You would lose some of the compactness. So I understand all that, and I think for what these are, adding some versatility to other tools is kind of neat. So let me know what you think in the comments below. I think these, for what they cost, aren't a bad addition to some other 1/4 inch drive stuff. If you're starting to get into 1/4 inch hex drive tools, having a ratchet is kind of handy, and I think this is a decent version of a ratchet. I know there's others out there, and feel free to let me know in the comments below what you've seen. I think Titan has some stuff out. I'm sure they all have their own versions of 1/4 inch ratchets, which is great. And there's a growing community of people in the comments below. They're willing to share what they know, and I think that's great as well. So, as always, thanks for watching, and have a great day.